Good morning to all. This is Dr. Durgesh. I'm talking about Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot was written by Samuel Beckett. Waiting for Godot is a tragic comedy and it was written by Irish writer Samuel Beckett. It was published in 1952 and after that it was produced in 1953. The original language of this play was French, and the main characters of this play are Vladimir, Estragon, Pozzo, Lucky, and Boy. The main characters Vladimir and Estragon meet near a tree. They are waiting for the arrival of someone named Godot. It means they are waiting for the Godot who never arrival, and while waiting they engage in a variety of discussion and encounter their other characters. They generally want to talk in such a stupid topic which doesn't any mean. In Act First, two men, Vladimir and Estragon, meet near a tree. They converse on various topics and reveal that they are waiting there for a man named Godot. And they agree that there is nothing to be done. After that, Estragon struggled to take off one of his boots, and two trumps continue waiting for Godot and continuing senseless conversation. While they wait, two other men enter, and these are Pozzo and Lucky. Pozzo is on his way to the market to sell his slave. Lucky, he pauses for a while to converse with Vladimir and Estragon. Pozzo then begins to cry, saying that he can't bear it. Lucky entertains them by dancing and thinking, and Pozzo and Lucky leave. In this act, we noticed here Pozzo as a master and Lucky as a slave. After Pozzo and Lucky leave, a boy enters and tells Vladimir that he is a messenger from Godot. So here we noticed a fifth character of the play, and that is a boy who is a messenger of Godot. He tells Vladimir that Godot will not be coming tonight, but that he will surely come tomorrow. After that, Vladimir asks him some questions about Godot, and the boy leaves from there. After his departure, Vladimir and Estragon decide to leave, but they don't move as the curtain falls, and this act ends there. Next is Act Second. In Act Second, it begin in the same location, and at the same time Vladimir enters and sings. Again he presented himself as a nonsense After long silence, Vladimir asks Astragon to talk about anything to fill the silence, but two struggle to find something to talk about. And these characters again present their existence, how they become useless in the world. Astragon leaves the stage for a moment and then return and says that they are coming. Again we can see Vladimir and Astragon meet near the tree to wait for Godot, Lucky and Pozo enter again. But this time Pozo is blind and Lucky is dumb. Pozo does not remember meeting the two men the night before, as he forget all the things about Vladimir and Astragon. They leave and Vladimir and Astragon continue to wait. Shortly after that, the boy enters and once again tells Vladimir that Godot will not be coming, and he insists that he did not speak to Vladimir yesterday. After boy leaves, Astragon and Vladimir decide to leave, and play finished with as they again don't move and curtain falls. So this is the play Waiting for Godot. Analysis of the play. The play consists of conversation between Vladimir and Astragon, and Vladimir and Astragon are a pair of human beings who don't know why they were put on earth. Or we can say writer present here Waiting for Godot is a prime example of what has come to be known as the theatre of the absurd, as Waiting for Godot is the biggest example of absurdism. The play is filled with nonsensical line, wordplay, meaningless dialogue, and character who abruptly shift emotions and forget everything, dragging from their own identity to what happened yesterday. And we have example like Astragon and Pozo. All of these contribute to an absurdist human throughout the play, as Beckett's title indicates. The center act of the play is waiting. Waiting is the most important theme of this play, and one of the most salient aspects of the play is that nothing really seemed to happen. Vladimir and Astragon spend and the entire play waiting for Godot, who never comes. They are going to wait for that person who's never coming there. Astragon repeatedly want to leave, but Vladimir instead that they stay in case Godot actually shows up, and we don't have any clue of Godot except only a messenger. This play written in 1953, and Waiting for Godot was a somewhat late successor to the vibrant example of absurdism. Thank you so much.